Coach Hope told us after the Texas A&M game that they simplified their defensive calls in the second half because Sky and TJ came to him and asked him to do that. Is that a bold or an unusual move for a player to make?
I don't think so. Players, they got some common sense too. You know, they can come to us. It's no different than Brandon Wiles coming up to us and saying, "Hey, this play right here, I see it a lot better than this. Our line can block it better to the right side than the left side." You know, the simple suggestions. That, listen, this is what it's about. I can certainly tell you, there's not one of us sitting in this room right here today that has all the answers. And for a player to come up and have the ability to communicate with his coach about, hey, let's try to do this, I think that says a lot about what they can say to a coach and vice versa. And for him to say, okay, let's go do it. I mean, I think it's a pretty good situation.
Be something to worry about. I think Barry's leading the country in punt returns this year. How dangerous are they on special teams, and how much of an emphasis is that this week?
They are the best special teams unit in our conference and maybe in the country. I believe Barry is on kickoff returns averaging over 40 yards per kickoff return. 40 yards? I mean, who's kicking it to him and why? I don't know. I told Art, I said, let me tell you one thing, it better be out of the end zone, because even when you kick it in the end zone, he brings it out. So they're special. They're very well coached in the special teams area. They've got great players that you know, you've got to have those great return guys, but you've got to have the guys that set it up as well for the blocking. They bought into it, and they've done a heck of a job, as our special teams have done with Joe Robson. But yeah, they're a threat and something that you've got to have a plan for. When I say a plan, not just a everyday ordinary plan. I'm saying you've got to know how to target and how to take away their strengths in that area.
You mentioned yesterday having more fun. Prior to the transition with you taking over, did you realize that was an issue before, or is that one of those things that once it's changed you think, oh yeah, this is better? I mean, did you realize before that this team needed a little boost of something?
Yes, we've been needing that. Our entire team has. As a coach, you read players. You look in their eyes, you see them. It doesn't matter if I'm the O-line coach and I see a tight end or running back. It has nothing to do with position groups. But you read players. You see how they walk in the meeting room as their head down. Yeah, I felt we had not had fun. Even in our wins, we had not had a whole lot of fun. I mean, so it was something that needed to be changed, and the only way to change it was to try some new techniques. And like I said, you play games certainly to win, but you start as youngsters and little kids because you enjoy playing them. They're so much fun. I mean, that's why you do it. As soon as you take the fun out of any situation, who likes going in there and spending time and energy to do something you don't love or enjoy? I sure don't. I don't know if y'all do. Otherwise, I mean, that's why I love coaching. It's so much fun. I can't imagine having a job that you go to and just dread it. So we had to make a change, and subtle changes here and there, but we're having a little bit more fun. There's more upbeat mentality. Winning is going to make it a lot more fun, of course, and we're going to try to get that done.
We've seen the music. We obviously see that or hear the music at practice. What else have you done to try to increase the energy and just the fun level?
I think talking to players. When you go out, you kind of find an interest in maybe in a defensive line or something. You walk up and you talk to them about maybe what their day's done, joking around with them. I mean, I'm bouncing around. Our players, our coaches are interacting. They're coming into meeting rooms. I mean, just simple things you can say to someone, and it's how you make them feel. I mean, Hayden Hurst, when he called that ball the other day, I mean, he took off. Yeah, have you ever seen a more excited young man to catch that ball and sprint back? I mean, he thought he sprinted back to the sideline. We were like, no, you got to play another play. And we're in the meeting yesterday. I said, you like Clifford the Big Red Dog taking across that field. And the whole team just kind of burst out, and he's smiling. But you certainly can't make light of all those situations. But little things here and there make people feel certain ways. And if it's a small little thing that I can say or another coach can say, and make a guy smile and feel appreciated or have some humor in it, then that's what we're going to do.
Adjourn.